Nah, I don't pull out. I don't give a fuck.
Welcome to the Planet of Doubt podcast where we doubt everything. I'm here with the squad. My name is Chris.
There's no Jose. So I guess I'm Maciel.
Manny.
And this is your boy John Lewis. Welcome to Planet of Doubt P.O.D. episode 14. Toteen. As you guys can see, our boy Jose is not here. CX Drive is not in the building.
He went out once.
It's Pierce.
Low-key, there is a possibility that he might join us later in the pod. But yeah, man, how's it going? As you can also see, I'm here with us here. We are
Risking the
distancing
COVID.
with a 350.
Y'all are out here
It's a
gambling the
350.
It's a
COVID.
camera. It's 6 feet.
And we've been wearing masks the whole time I've been here for the most part.
Special effects.
So this is just for you guys to see that we're actually speaking, or who's speaking. But
Like
yeah,
a
man.
flight attendant.
I feel like I'm being
I see ya.
Exits at both sides.
If you pull both strings to the back of your ear.
If you blow
Make sure
here,
you help your partner with your mask before adjusting your own.
Fuck that.
They're like,
Okay, time on that. We're about to dive into this shit right now.
they're like, if the vest doesn't work, blow here.
I think
first of all,
what they
pause.
actually say is like if there's a kid next to you to help them first. But
Okay,
Nah,
okay, but
fuck
all
them
that.
kids.
Are you really gonna
yeah,
do
I'm
this?
sorry, bro.
There's no rules. So there's not, you know.
Wait, so like that ass. God forbid you're in the airplane, something goes wrong. Are you really assisting the person next to you first before you assist yourself?
As I'm putting my mask on, I'll be like, yo, you're gonna have to give me a sec. Like, put it on and then help a dog.
I'm like, look how I
There's
do
no
it.
way.
If I'm gonna be completely honest, I've been on about a decent amount of flights. I can't tell you any of the procedures or how to do them.
Yeah, because
So
they'll be like,
if I
pull
can't help
here.
myself, I can't help the person next to me. Sorry.
Yo, and here's another thing, dog. Be real with me. What's the point of a seatbelt on an aircraft? What is that?
Turbulence.
I guess turbulence.
turbulence, and then when you
I'm so-
land,
Dog, what? What
Well,
is
actually,
no?
well, yeah, because look, if the plane goes up and it drops, then you elevate from your seat.
yeah.
So
I
it
feel
depends on
you,
how drastic it
But
elevates up.
if the plane goes up and drops to the
Yeah.
point where I'm leaving my chair, we're probably done, dog. Like, there's no way. Like,
Nah.
there's
Either
no.
way.
I've been on some flights, dog. I've been on some
Where
flights
you exit your
yeah,
seat.
where you get that little
no.
elevation. Yeah, of
There's
course.
no way. There's no chance.
That's a big deal.
Heck, you flying Spirit. Your Spirit about to be in there.
I've been on a
I know
decent
all
amount
the-
of Spirit broke boy flights, and I've never left my seat in turbulence.
I know all the Spirit procedures. There's 2 exits there. There's 2 exits in the front.
That's every
There's
plane,
five.
Chris.
Well, I know all the procedures then. That's what I was asking. I know the procedures then.
When you were a little kid, did they show you the cockpit in the airplane, like
No.
any of the pilots?
No.
So I was the only one.
Nope. You were the special kid.
It's the only time I see the front is when you first get in the plane and you sneak a peek to the
Yeah.
left. That's it.
The
It's
pilot
like
never
that.
was like, "Hey, Timmy, look at the."
I feel like the pilot always arrives late.
Or, dog, and after watching that Denzel movie, that shit kind of
Flight.
like traumatized me, dog. Because them boys be getting the possibility that they could be doing hell of some shit right before they get on your flight that, that you're about
I
to
never
get.
watched that movie, but I heard talks about it, and I'm like,
Yeah,
let me
no.
not watch it because the less I know, the better at this point. Like, this is.
It's
Because how
loose.
many times have people gone to work the next day after being hungover? Like, they get pirates.
Pirates for sure.
If a pirate is flying your plane, you're done. Period.
Pirates for sure go to work.
Pilots
hungover.
are human too, so I'm sure they've had like crazy shit like happen before.
Yeah, facts.
I don't even want to know. Like, what if they interviewed a pilot and they're like, "Tell us things that you don't normally tell people." Like,
This is
I do 3
confidential.
lines. I do 3 lines before every flight.
Keeps my
"Right, we
energy
hit
up.
15,000 feet. I let go of everything. That's why.
The seatbelts can't really save you.
Oh word, they'll say some shit like that. Bro.
Or the Fight Club theory where Brad Pitt was like, "Do you know why they give you oxygen on a plane? It's to get you high, so you're more comfortable accepting your fate
Wow.
Damn.
when you're dying."
Well,
That's
way to
crazy.
make this depressing.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Well, to answer Asiel's question about would I actually save the person next to me, it depends on who it is. If it's so,
I think that's-
wait, who was it?
Well,
Was
actually-
it? Oh, okay,
yeah.
John. Well, it depends who it is. If it's some like kid, I would probably try to help them out. But if it was some grown ass man, listen, Probably is a good answer because
Boy, you better figure that shit out.
It could either be no or get the fuck out my face. Fucking Heisman. Oh my god. Nah, but it depends who it is. If it's a grown ass man, then nah, you on yourself.
I can't do turbulence. Why? I feel like it isn't because they say that turbulence is like a speed bump, like when you're like driving the street. Nah, fam. I'm fucking holding on to this front seat and I'm deteriorating the fucking seat in front of me. Man. Like, and I'd be looking around like, everybody else is chilling like on their laptops and on their phones, and I'm over here like freaking out that we're gonna fucking die on this flight. And everybody's
If I'm on a plane, there's a 99.9% chance that I'm asleep. Like I sleep. I sleep through most of the ride usually.
Do you have a fear? Well, not like a full blown fear, but like slight fear of flying.
What? Not really. Like,
You get, like,
to
a
be
little bit of
honest,
anxiety?
the only time I'm ever nervous is when we're taking off, and then once we're up there and I can't even feel that we're like really flying, I'm just like, all right, I'm taking a nap. Like that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, dog. And even the the thought of flight, like the way that they try to break that down is like,
John's not convinced.
Flying is fake.
Dynamics. You're
Aerodynamics.
telling me that just because we're hitting just the right pockets in the sky, that's what makes us stay afloat. That's basically it.
John, you should get into the field of just debunking everything science has ever done or has ever
Well,
found
this is
out.
the thing. Now, once you get into an age that you have common sense, it's okay to start questioning certain things. Some things are just not what they were.
Are you guys the people on planes that get up to pee?
I try.
I avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, I avoid it at all costs. But if I gotta go and it's like, you know what I mean, like I gotta do it, then I'll
And,
do it.
You know, I used to be a window man, but
A
I think
window
I've made
man.
the change.
Oh, you're
I feel you.
you're an
I think I
aisle
see-
guy.
I think
I feel you,
I
dog.
think I'm an aisle guy.
Yeah, I'm an aisle guy.
What made
try.
you change? What made you change?
I don't know. You try it once. And
Fam, it was two things for me, dog. It's number one, if I gotta use the bathroom, I'm not bothering anybody. I just get up and go.
Yeah.
So that's one. Two, the last couple flights I've been on, God knows why, but like every time I get the window seat, somebody gotta ask me like, "Hey, we're trying to see. Can you open the window?" And I'm like, "Are y'all for real?"
Word.
Like I'm trying to go to sleep. Like what the fuck,
when I'm at the window, I never keep it closed.
dog? Nah. Well, again, I like to sleep on my plane, so like
That
I'm not trying to have the
blazing
sun,
sun in
like,
your eyes?
Yeah, so I always close
you're,
it. But
you're wasting a window seat.
hey, whatever, I guess.
Nah, aisles
You,
lit.
you get window seat for the rest on the side. Is that what it is?
Yeah, like I'll like crumple up a hoodie or something and just use it as a pillow and knock
Especially,
out.
aisle seat, especially for tall people like me and Manny and John. Also, I'm sorry, Yasiel. You're only medium height.
Medium height.
We like to you extend that right leg and you can just stretch it out real quick.
Yes, dog.
It hits. That hits.
Well, when you're flying Spirit, maybe that's a problem.
Well,
No, I
I
hate
got-
Yeah,
Spirit.
blue flights.
I got the exit seat every time. I pay that extra 20 and I got all that
I feel
leg
like in
room.
Spirit it doesn't matter. Like you're gonna
Yeah,
be
every time Chris be saying that, I'm like, fam, you're not really paying for
Congratulations, you're at a normal.
Well, I can
Word.
stretch out my whole legs on that Spirit flight.
on a Spirit flight.
Yes, because I buy the exit
Oh.
seat.
3 rows.
He's
worth.
talking about his third leg, guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but dead eyes.
Thank you.
Like,
This is all staying.
wait. So everybody here agrees that they've moved on to the aisle seat instead of the
think
window
so,
seat.
man.
Oh, for sure.
I think I'm not fully committed yet, but I think I'm getting.
No, yeah.
How can we get
I
you on our
definitely
side?
agree. The aisle seat again. You don't feel trapped. You do get the extra leg room low key because your left knee or your right knee is a little bit out into the aisle, so you do technically get more room. And yeah, you just don't have to like bother, like you said, Manny. Like people, if you do want to go in and out, and honestly, I'd rather hold it though. I wouldn't even get up on the flight.
The problem I do have though with the aisle seat is that I have patience when I'm on a plane. Like I don't care about getting my bags after everybody. So when you're in the aisle seat, you have 2 people next to you, and they're like waiting on you. And if you can't do anything,
Yeah,
or your bags are behind
You're
you.
first in line,
and
buddy.
people are like coming. So that's why if I'm at the end, I could just like, okay, you guys go. I'll wait. Till
Let's talk about that. I do not understand why it takes so long to get out of an airplane. Like,
See,
what's good?
I can understand it if like it's something where like they're not letting people into the terminal yet. Like I
Right.
get that. What I don't understand is people like, where's my bag? What the fuck? It was like, you know what I mean? I'm like, fam, figure it the fuck out. Like it's
He's like on
bro,
C20 and his bags are like on C3. Like,
yes, I'm
sir,
like,
your
my
shit's all
guy,
over
like
there.
what are you doing, bro? Like that's what annoys me more than anything, dog. It's like I can't get it myself. Then you probably shouldn't be on a plane. Like this is crazy,
And
bro. Like,
I expect you to know how to put the luggage properly placed into the little drawer thing, because people be throwing that shit in there and forgetting that if you angle it a certain way, that other luggages can fit like beside it.
And those flight attendants becoming rude as
Right.
shit. If you ask everyone seated,
Sir.
break everything you have in there.
from a guy that works in customer service, I can understand it. Like I would be mad as fuck too.
Dog, low key, how about the things that I didn't know are under the plane in your flight, like where the luggages are?
Like Woody and Buzz.
No, like they
Oh, no,
say
just-
that. Well, sometimes they have like pets, animals. Sometimes are like down there,
Yes,
or
that's
like even
true.
corpse, like dead bodies and shit. That they,
Dead bodies.
yeah, like
Wait, what do you mean?
autopsies.
No way. I did not
Yep.
know that.
Them
Damn,
shits could
that's
be
crazy.
in the plane, going to the same state you're going.
That's fucking wild. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
dog. I
hope
learned that
he
like
has
in
a safe
the last
flight.
couple of years. So yeah, dog. Flights are. I think they're scary overall, dog. Like just to be in the air, dog, for hours. Like how could you not? Have some
I've
type
never
of,
had a
like,
problem with flying.
paranoia?
Yeah, me neither.
No,
I always be looking around like, damn, did we hit the weight limit on this shit? Like, what's the real weight
Trying to
limit?
look at who's overweight on the plane. Like,
And then what's good with the baggage is like, if my max is 50, but I could give you like $30 more for it to go over, like how much leeway are we talking about for real? For real? Like, what's really the max as far as weight goes in your luggage?
You you
there's
guys
been
ever see
times-
that Pete Davidson special where he's talking about
Oh,
like
I can stop you right there. No, I have not.
he's talking about like he was on his way to like a airplane. I think it was like some airplane, but it was like mad. It was some company that's not well known, like Alaska or some shit like that. And they're like, "Sir, we need to weigh your stuff." They're like, "Give us your backpack, give us your bag." Okay, and now you. They had to weigh him before he got on the plane.
If you gotta weigh me before I get on the plane, I don't think I'm getting on. I'm not scared of planes, but I'm not getting on that.
He was like, you know how they tell you to turn off your phones when you're in the air just to.
Suck it in.
He's like, on this plane, you better turn off your fucking phone.
Or one wrong login to the Wi-Fi, this shit's going down.
This shit's going down. Dog. Nah, but that's something that, like, again, like the takeoff is the only part of the plane where I'm like freaking out a little bit. So like as soon as I get on there, like I'll be like, all right, I'm about to take off, text whoever, and then nope, you're going to sleep mode. Like,
So you don't feel the same about the landing?
nah, man, for whatever reason, like it's just the takeoff, and I know it's pretty. And they say that like the most dangerous part of a flight is the takeoff and the landing. But for some reason, I only ever like kind of freak out during the takeoff. Everything else,
Low
I'm
key,
chilling.
though, when we land full, I'm like accepting any fate at that point. I'm like, look, as long as we touch this ground.
We made it,
However,
and we did it.
If I
Bro,
die,
I've
if I die, whatever.
I've
like,
landed
like,
once.
if the plane physically hits the floor, then I don't really. I mean, I don't care what happens next. But I feel like we could survive something more if it's like on land already. I don't.
Bruh, I was taking a flight back, and my landing, I was going in hot. Like, hot.
Every plane guy.
No, I landed, and the ship dribbled like a fucking basketball, dog.
Damn.
And that shit landed and took
Oh,
us
that
right
happened
back
to me
in.
too, though. Yes, that
That
The
happened.
shit
to
landed
me.
and took us right back in the
Where it's
air.
like,
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
That's crazy.
I told Manny, I'm like, yo, did we just dribble? He was like, I felt that shit too.
God is doing a crossover with the plane.
It's a
Like,
collab.
imagine the pilot turns around. He's like, travel. You're like, all right, well,
Wow, I
Says it
smacked
over-
I smacked
over
the
the
shit
intercom.
out of him.
well, Antonio,
I
don't
said,
He goes over the intercom. That was off the easy.
open that fucking cockpit. Let me see this man.
even off the easy.
Off the easy.
Oh, shit. Damn, look at us plane talk.
Yo, word.
Well,
Yo, for
we
those
can
of you
stay here
that come
forever.
here for like really spicy topics, I'm so sorry. 'Cause
Hey, that's spicy.
So sorry,
Yeah,
that's our
but
spiciest for
speaking-
today.
30 minutes of plane talk.
Spicy. How about this plane food? Like, I feel like when we were kids, plane food's never been good. But why do I feel like now it's like only peanuts?
No, I
Like-
feel you on that, dog.
Before it was like other things, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe it's because this is gonna sound bad, but I went to DR more when I was a kid than I've gone as an adult, and like since that flight was a little longer for me, maybe the food was a little different.
Oh,
But
maybe.
yeah, because like when I went to like Europe and shit, like the food it still wasn't great, but they gave you like actual meals like to go over there, multiple
Yeah.
meals.
Depends how long the flight is.
What did you get when you came here and went back
Just peanuts. Like, but if you
home? What are we, elephants?
and that's what they get, and I can't even eat them because I'm fucking allergic.
Oh shit, that's true.
And what's it called?
Triggered.
When I went to LA
You
the
sue the
last
shit out
time,
of them right there.
when I went to LA the last time that we went, they gave me like a sandwich on
A
I
Pepsi?
think on American. Oh, I wish. Oh my god,
What kind of sandwich was it?
it was like turkey and ham. No, turkey and American.
Yo, speaking of Publix, random shit, but do they have Publix in Jersey?
Nah.
Nah, I think that's like a South.
Yeah. We have but no, you guys have like Wawa and shit like that.
That shit's
Now we
overrated
do.
to me, dog.
Wawa?
Am I the only one that feels that way?
I fuck with Wawa.
Yeah, like I mean, like I was saying though, like how many times have you really gone, and what do you really get there that excites you to even
Well,
go over there?
Like the times, because the thing is, I don't have one that's like around the corner from me. Like I have one that's kind of like a little ways down on University. If I had one that was around the corner, I would probably go a little more often. They have some dope they have dope like sandwiches, like breakfast wraps, like hoagies, shit like that. And I fuck with shit like that, so I would like it. Is it the greatest food in the world? Probably not, but like as
But
something
you would
quick,
really
that's
make
like,
your way there if it was around, and not do a pub or go to like Starbucks or something.
yeah. I mean, I don't go to Starbucks, and I don't like I like pub subs, but I don't eat pub subs like that. So
It's good for something
I'd go there.
just quick to grab.
I think the prices are what makes Wawa.
Yeah, that
Or
too.
maybe because it's so cheap, it makes people like it more because it's more affordable. So maybe that's why. I don't really eat Wawa often, ever, actually, because I don't know.
It's
I
also
wouldn't learn anything
it's
from
also a
there.
good like one-stop shop. Like it's not. It's you can get a sandwich there. You can get something else. You can get snacks. You can get
You
like
get gas.
gas, drinks, soda, whatever. Where at most restaurants you usually can't find like all
Most
those options.
restaurants. We're not comparing a gas station to a restaurant, sir.
Well, a Wawa's
We're
pretty.
comparing it to other gas stations. 7-Eleven, you can get a pizza, you can get the same shit.
Yeah.
Just not.
I think the quality of
yeah,
the
the
stuff
quality's
at
better than
Wawa
7-Eleven.
is a lot better. Yeah, than 7-Eleven. Maybe Pana is like the only one that
That's
competes
just
with
fire.
that. Yeah.
And that's the one. Definitely a different one there.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys. Damn, we went like from a plane to a gas station. There is something that happened this week that I don't know if you guys found out about. I just kind of want to get your take on it, and it has to do with Mr. Travis Scott. Have you heard anything about this yet? Before I say it.
I think I know what you're saying, but you could
Maybe,
be saying
but I don't know.
something completely
All right.
different.
So basically, some reference tracks were leaked this week from Sicko Mode, and two or three other records from Astroworld by none other than Sci-Hi the Prince.
Ooh.
So people are kind of like, well, not everybody, but the internet trying to make shit like more than what it is. A lot of people were talking like, okay, so does this separate? Is this like a negative on Travis Scott to have reference tracks like like a Drake or like somebody else like, and keep in mind that it was Sci-Hi the Prince, and keep in mind it's Sicko Mode. We're talking about record of the year. We're talking about a song that broke like every fucking record that year, whether it be
It
streams
was a
or
huge,
top
huge
whatever.
fucking song. Yeah.
Yeah.
It still is. So, tell me, guys, how do you feel about it? Does it make a difference for you viewing Travis, and what did that surprise you coming from Sci-Hi the Prince, knowing what he originally type of music he makes?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it is. Like the biggest surprise for me is the fact that that's Sci-Hi, like, because basically what they're saying is Sci-Hi wrote the track, correct?
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
so
referenced it and everything, so he even
yeah.
got in the booth to even
exactly.
Like, say it.
So the fact that Sci-Hi wrote a song like that is crazy as fuck to me because I've never heard Sci-Hi spit anything remotely close to what flow that was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To me, I don't really feel any type of way about it because I don't see Travis Scott as like a crazy lyricist or anything like him. He's like in a room writing shit himself, like mad deep. It's just like most of his songs are more hype, and like the lyrics they just flow well with the actual beat. So I don't really mind that he had that reference track, and especially if it's from Sci-Hi, who we all praise so much for doing so much work for Kanye and all the good music. I don't really mind that at all. The way I do mind it, like with references and shit like that, if it's a rapper that truly claims he's like a lyricist or something like that, even though they still do get help with writing,
Yes.
it's not completely one person doing the whole thing. So that's when I get a little more if they're lyrically more like better. You know, you
Because
get
they claim to be the lyrical
exactly.
rapper, right?
Exactly.
You take?
Not really, just because I don't care for the song like that. But I would like to hear Sci-Hi spitting. Maybe I would care. I'm trying to like play the song back in my head
Right.
because I can't tell you the last time I heard the song.
Well, the funny thing is that okay, there's a lot of things that I could say on this topic, but let me actually name some of the references and some of the records that Sci-Hi actually has credits on. So Sicko Mode, Coffee Bean off of Astroworld, which is actually one of my favorite songs off of that album. Stargazing, No Bystanders, and 5% Tint. So those are all songs that he has credit as a writer, and then there's two that he actually leaked references that were leaked references. So the funny thing is, I see like when you kind of hear it back, let this year with all the ice on in the booth, that I could actually hear Sci-Hi doing that.
So can I. And
Yeah.
I want an actual Sci-Hi song like
Right.
that.
So like I'm actually not. I don't want to say surprised, but because I can see it, I guess because we've heard most of Sci-Hi's like range, so we know that he could get there.
You
So
know
I
what
think
else,
that's
dog? It kind of makes sense now that I'm thinking about it, because he has that bar in that song where he goes like, he, he's like, "This is way too big. When we pull up, give me the loot, give me the loot." And I'm like,
yeah,
bro, I could totally hear Sci-Hi spinning some shit like
right,
that.
right.
That's crazy.
Like, because that's like that southern like trap, like that's
Yeah.
Sci-Hi could do that all day. Um, and Coffee Bean is one of probably the most lyrical records on Astroworld, Chris, right? For the most
Yeah.
part.
Now that you say it, I could definitely hear Sci-Hi spitting on Coffee Bean.
So I definitely think that this makes Sci-Hi look even better
Oh,
because
for sure.
people who know him already respect his pen game, and just knowing that he's been doing this, because we could be like, damn, like where the fuck has Sci-Hi been? Like why isn't he doing something? Whatever. Boy, this man wrote Sicko Mode. He don't need to be doing nothing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if he's working on records like that,
Word.
he's definitely chilling like on the side. So to know that he's making records like that and making records for Kanye and whoever else in good music, because I'm pretty sure he's like working with everybody. It makes me happy to know that he's not just chilling waiting for like his own thing, even though we are waiting for another Sci-Hi album. I think it's past due. I think it's been like 2 or 3 years low key
Yeah, it's been a
since his
it's been a
last
while.
project. But another take on this though, actually no, so Travis, like you said, he's not like a lyrical miracle rapper, so I look at Travis like a pop star at this point,
Yeah.
and nobody who's making pop music is doing it alone. Like nobody, so it's not surprising. um and we all kind of noticed that Travis's lyrics have kind of like it has like we've noticed that for a while his songs aren't really based on lyrics, it's just more based on vibe and production
Yeah.
for like
sure.
a long time now. So I don't think he was being looked at in that light. But this is an interesting part of this conversation though. Remember Drake obviously had this situation with Miller, Quinn Miller, I believe, the guy
Quinn
who
Miller,
actually
yeah.
did the reference tracks for like a couple of records on If You're Reading This Is Too Late.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of negative that came out of that situation because Quentin Miller wasn't able to work with a lot. He got like blacklisted with a lot of people after that. Drake had like a whole beef with Meek Mill, so like a lot of negative things happened. But in hindsight now, I think that needed to happen so that people now, when they hear this type of this type of news that they didn't think was possible, it's more acceptable. Like Drake kind of made it more acceptable for people to be like, yeah, but at this point nobody's writing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like now it's like if we find out that other artists are getting reference done, it's like, yeah, as long as it's good music, I don't really care. So like, and I'm a music writer, so I already knew that people got ghostwriters for ever, and even your favorite rappers, and even your favorite rappers from the '90s. Trust me, they got 2 or 3 bars given to them while they were in the booth. Like it happens all the time.
Hmm.
But I do think that the Drake situation at least helped alleviate any further anything that could happen in the near future where people are like, oh, so and so doesn't write his own stuff, and we're like, oh, whatever. Is it good music? We'll take it.
Yeah.
So
I think that might be a good. It probably helped out actual writers too. It gave people more like, okay, now maybe we can. It's more acceptable. People know it's
Right.
happening. Maybe we could bring in more people and
that's true.
I can help them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I will say that writers in the last 2 or 3 years definitely we've been more recognized. We haven't been as hidden as in the past, like a ghostwriter. So I think we've definitely been, being exposed in the industry. So yeah, so like even though like at the time like Drake got killed for having ghostwriters or just those couple reference tracks, like I now I feel like he had to go through that to like alleviate the tension from potential people who could get exposed, even though like I said every artist has a team or 1 or 2 people who suggest 1 or 2 lines if not the whole record.
Yeah, dog.
But
I think just being around, or like just being around you and knowing a little bit more about the industry is like, now when I hear that someone didn't write their shit, I'm like, okay, like so does 95 or to 99% of the industry. So like that whole Drake doesn't write his shit anymore. Like maybe when I was younger, I would feed into it because like I was younger and I didn't really know too much about the industry. But now it's just like, okay, neither does he. Or neither
because we
does
were
he.
raised like lyric if you're a rapper, you're a lyricist, like that meant everything. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I do still think to a certain level that that's the case. But like we were saying before, this happened. The Styles P was a ghostwriter, and we know Styles P to be a lyrical miracle rapper. So I wouldn't be surprised if he had in the tuck like rappers that we love that we would be like, nah, he didn't have help. Like I'm sure
And
he
then
was
look
up
at like all the people he came up around, dog. Like he was around
Yup.
that bad boy team growing up.
the
Like it's,
locks.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
I mean, I know like everybody knows like Diddy was written like Diddy has
I mean, that's
writers and
obvious.
stuff.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But yeah, like I think it's good as far as like this will help music. I don't know what the proper phrase would be, but it elevates it a little bit just because it gives people a little bit more of a freedom to not be scared to like do music or like whoever's in the studio is like, yo, yeah, I can't say that I have people here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people could probably create more freely now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not now, but it'll get there eventually. I have another question for you guys. And I feel like this is a very simple question once you hear it, but I need you to really think about it. Because there is a couple things. There's a couple ways this could go. All right, here we go. So, Mom, you're hungry. You're on the road.
Oof.
Roadhead. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, all right. Welcome to the flight.
Eat or get roadhead.
You're on the road. You're trying to get something to eat. You go to a drive-through. You pull up. You're like, oh, here we go. This is gonna be lit. Blah blah. And as soon as you pay, you get your food and you drive off. But you're too far to go back. What are the things that will get you hot or mad that they didn't put in your bag? And now it kind of ruins your experience just a little bit because there's like an inconvenience to like what you're about to do when you eat this meal.
Are we talking what they didn't put or what they did put?
It could be anything. Like it could be something they forgot to put or
I
put
would
too
be-
much of
okay.
or didn't put. Yeah.
So it'd be bad enough that I'd go back to complain.
No, there's no going back at this
Yeah.
point. But something that would just ruin your whole mood for
Yeah,
the
it
rest
would
of the
ruin
trip.
the
Or just
fucking-
bother you because
I think for me, I think if I were to leave, because I think everybody leaves off of drive-through, and sometimes you don't even check the bag.
Yeah.
If you open the bag and you're pretty deep, and you realize all your order was given to somebody else, and you got somebody else's order,
that's OD.
I'd be tight. I mean,
That's
but it
OD.
happens. That's happened to me before.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
happened to me
leave and
too,
you have
yeah.
like.
I think I'm going back for that one.
I mean, but you said you're too deep to go back.
Because like I was thinking a little bit more like even Maddie, how we were talking about earlier. I pull out. I think I pull out. I pull
No, I
off,
don't.
Right.
You know, it's all connected.
I
You got
pull
all the
off,
intros.
and they forgot to put a straw. And like that kind of bothers me because I don't really like we're so accustomed to using a straw with like soft drinks that like to drink it off the cup is
Yeah.
like, "Ah, really? Now I gotta drink it off
I
the
feel
fucking
you.
cup.
Yeah.
So like even like little things like that, like what
It
else?
depends. I think like it depends. Like if I'm going to my crib, it would probably be like the straw, because like that's something I just dealt with, and it's a pain in the ass because I have to now take the lid off and drink it. Like it's fucking weird. But if I'm going somewhere, then the sauces would drive me fucking crazy. Like I would need to make sure like they had like my correct sauces in there. Especially if I'm at Chick-fil-A and I get Chick-fil-A sauce, like, and I realize that's just not it. I mean, I take it back. That would never happen at Chick-fil-A. But I digress. The sauces would be the would
So
definitely be the pick.
you're uncomfortable if you don't have sauces with your food.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What would mess it up for me, I think, is if they, because mostly if I'm going out, like if I'm not going with the sauces, because that's a big one. If you're getting like nuggets or something from outside, but if I'm getting a burger and they add either mustard or pickles to it, those two things ruin an entire burger for me. And
I
I
feel
won't be
you
able to eat it.
100%.
You won't
There's
eat it,
no
huh?
there's no taking the pickles off, guys. Like that.
You saw
There's
me. I ordered
no
a completely different burger just because
yes.
I couldn't eat.
Dog, those pickle juices, I don't know what they're made of. They're made of pickles, but I don't know what it is with
It's
them.
vinegar. It's vinegar.
that like as soon as it touches the patty or the bread, like the flavor is there. Like the flavor is there, and there's no taking it out.
Y'all are tripping.
Well, to the I'm not like the biggest. If I don't have sauce, I'm tight, dude. Like I can eat my food like dry, so like I understand it, but I don't. It doesn't ruin it for me. But even like not having napkins, like because okay, this is the thing. I eat in my car 85% of the time, like whether it be on break or if I'm getting food to go somewhere, I'll probably eat it in the car before I eat it wherever I'm going. So if I have no napkins in the whip and they don't give me napkins, now you have like dirty fingers and grease and shit.
Getting on
and
your
you're
car
like,
and shit.
it's
yeah.
like right. So it's like really like an uncomfortable feeling. So I think for me so far, it's like besides getting if your food gets placed wrong, like ordered and everything, it's like napkins and straw are like probably like those little subtle things that we're so used to getting all the time. But if when you don't have it, you're like, what? You start looking in your car for like the extra straws that you put out like on the side of the door and shit. So you guys should definitely do that. Keep napkins in your either glove compartment or like the armrest.
That's what I do.
And put straws.
Napkins and straws. Like if they give me an extra one, I'm like, oh, here we go. Like
Sometimes they even put utensils, like plastic utensils on
yeah.
there.
Damn, I never thought to do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like if I
smart.
get pollo tropical and some rice bullshit, and then they just forget to give you the fucking fork and a knife.
Facts.
Or
That's the
if you just
worst.
want to take off, there you go. If you want to take off that pickle, and you didn't want to use your fingers, you just take that and you just take that shit.
Or
right
you just
out.
throw the whole burger out because it's
Yeah,
ruined
that
as soon as
whole
the
bun is gone.
Well, is this gonna ruin this for you, man? Are you ready for this?
what?
I think that the Chick-fil-A sandwich is actually cooked in pickle juice.
Well, to be honest, I don't really get like the sandwiches at Chick-fil-A too
Okay.
much. I usually just get the Chick-fil-A nuggets.
But it is just to let y'all know because a lot of people
Yeah.
don't know that.
I
Is
knew
it
it,
really?
but it doesn't bother me because you can't taste it. Like
Yeah.
a pickle taste, you can.
That's weird though. Why can't you taste it?
Bro,
Really?
because
That's probably
Chick-fil-A
other shit,
is
but-
magic, dog. That's like
God's like,
they have
"Mr. Pickle,
yeah,
no
they have a
pickle
direct
juice."
line to God, and he figures it out. Like
Yes,
it's
direct
Well, you got.
oh, you got yeah. This you just want to cook it like this.
I think the thing that would piss me off the most is just missing an item. It's like, oh, there's everything's there. Wait,
To be honest,
the
that
fuck
I
is
mean
that
that
extra
pisses me
McChicken?
off. Yeah, that pisses me off regardless. But it pisses me off the most when they forget like a dessert, because like the other stuff it sucks, but the dessert is always something I get like a little extra, and usually I have to think about if I even want it or not. So the fact that like I spent all that time thinking about it and decided on it, and then they forgot it, that shit drives me fucking crazy.
Well, what are you
I can't-
getting though? What dessert and from where?
It depends on where, dog. Like from Chick-fil-A, I just got put on the brownies from over there. They're pretty good. And then like if I go to McDonald's, like I'll get like sometimes a little McFlurry or something like that. Like there's little
They
things like
forget a
that.
whole cup.
What happened?
They forget a whole cup.
Yeah, a whole ass fucking.
Hey, that's on you if you drive off with that. I can't even blame you. Apple
Or
pie,
like
maybe
when I
can
go
see
to
it.
when I go to Subway, like I'll order like the
to
cookies like with
Subway?
it or whatever. Yeah, I like Subway.
Subway's
That
fire.
boy. Keeping Soldier Boy out here good.
That's my shit.
I think it's
He
more
owns it,
impressive
Subway.
that Manny finds McDonald's with like McFlurry machines open or something like that. That are
Right.
actually
Deadass.
serving fucking ice cream.
It's rare, but it happens.
It's a myth.
Yeah, I think I only get like milk if I do get dessert, milkshake from like Chick-fil-A. But I could definitely like I do feel the process of even thinking to get it and then to not get it.
Yeah, because
I
you
definitely
usually
feel
have to
that.
like convince yourself to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
I got an extra $2 here. I'll be spending on this.
yeah, let's get a McFlurry.
Now, well, I don't know if I said you were gonna take us somewhere.
No, I was just gonna say that I'm not big on getting desserts from like fast food places. The only thing I would get would be apple pies from McDonald's. But other than that, I'm not really, because anybody that knows me knows I'm a snack master. So I always got my dessert here at the crib, so I'm never too crazy about getting dessert out. So I wouldn't be too mad.
Curtis. I have a boy named Curtis. I like to call him Mr. Sir Talk a lot. That's because I love him. But he went to Popeyes when the week of the chicken sandwich being like out for the first time and everybody's going crazy. So he's in line and they give him his food and he walks out. He goes to the parking lot. He opens up his food and it's just a chicken with no buns. Like they didn't even put buns on the
Oh
fucking
my
sandwich.
god,
How in
dog.
the fuck?
And then he went back to go get another one, and they were about to give him just the buns. They weren't even gonna give
Here you
him
go,
a
sir.
bun sandwich. They were about to give me the top and the bottom bun. I would've took that shit. Randy Johnson to your face if you would have gave me fucking 2 pieces of bread. The hell wrong with you, dog?
That's some
I got a
disrespect.
question
Yo,
for you
come
guys.
on, dog. It's etiquette at any food place. Just give me the fucking whole sandwich over again.
Word.
Are you guys?
They'll give you the expired buns from the back, boy.
Then they started doing that
that's too
shit.
funny,
They
dog.
started doing that shit where they wanted you to bring your own buns to Popeyes.
That's a ripoff, dog. I heard about
Are you
that.
serious?
Yes,
you didn't hear
bro.
about that? They
'Cause
ran
there
out
was
of
like a-
buns and shit. And
Yeah,
they're like,
'cause there
we'll,
was like
we'll cook
a
in a
shortage.
chicken, but you gotta bring your own
Bring
bread.
your own buns, boy.
Yes, bro.
Bring your own
BYOB.
cheese.
BYOB, bring your own
If I
blood.
gotta look, it was already hard to convince me to go to a Korean barbecue to tell me to cook my own food. Thinking that would be fun. But now you're telling me to bring my food? Fam, what the hell is good? I could just go to fucking get a McChicken on my way to your Popeyes.
Can you imagine what you look like in the friggin' drive-thru just holding 2 pieces of bread and then
Dog,
they place it on the
I'll have a
bread?
chicken sandwich, please. I'll have a chicken
Please,
sandwich.
kind sir.
They place it on the bread, you look like a fucking herb.
Oh, Lord.
Trying to
That's
eat
too
that
funny, man.
That's fucked up.
I got a question for you guys. Did you buy into that Popeyes chicken sandwich hype?
No, and I tried it. And I was not a
Well,
fan.
then you
I was like,
bought
this
into
is-
it.
I did.
Well, what does buy
I get-
into the hype mean? Because, like,
Right.
As in, you actually believed it was better than Chick-fil-A?
no, not for a second.
Blasphemous.
Not for a second.
Not for a second.
Not for a second. I got it, and I got it by mistake because I had ordered over Uber Eats from Popeyes, and then like the order that I got had 2 chicken sandwiches in it, and I was like, well, this fucking sucks, but at least I get to try the sandwich. And I tried it, and I was like, this is average at best. Like if I'm really hungry, this is an average sandwich. Like
I didn't even actually eat it or get to taste it. I didn't even bother to go through all the hype and the lines and the bring your
Yeah.
own buns.
And again, it wasn't
All
even
that
my
shit.
choice. Like it was something that just kind of fell on my lap, and I was whatever with it. And unlike these guys, like I'm actually a fan of Popeyes. Like I like Popeyes chicken, but that sandwich was hype, dog. That was pure
I'm
fucking
not
hype.
gonna
I
lie.
don't want to hear nothing else.
Go ahead.
I'm
Chris.
not gonna lie, I fell into the hype. I did.
Yeah.
I had that sandwich. I was like, oh my god, like, nah, that shit is fire. That chicken sandwich that they have is fire. But then I went to Chick-fil-A and I was like, you know what? This
Perfect
is-
analogy. The Popeyes chicken sandwich was TJ Warren in the bubble.
It was Bubble War.
Chick-fil-A is Jimmy Butler. Perfect.
Yeah, dog.
One
No,
to the
that
hype. You realize
Chick-fil-A sandwich.
there's no
is godly.
comparison here.
Yeah,
It's
this
godly.
isn't a real
It's
contest.
literally godly. They probably blessed the chickens before.
I
No,
wouldn't
but-
be surprised, dog.
Fam, a chicken sandwich being a new thing at a Popeyes, like why was that not? Wasn't it a thing before, or they just really good at remarketing something?
No, they just knew. I mean,
There's no way they didn't have a chicken sandwich on the menu
no,
before.
they didn't.
This isn't an excuse, but Popeyes was more known for like their actual like 2 or 3 piece combos.
rat
You get
chicken?
wings. No. Those are the tenders. I don't
The
get
rat
those.
meat.
No, I get the actual like on the bone like chicken. That shit is good. But
Nah, Chris. Nah,
yeah.
There was one time we went to Manny's house and Mushu dead ass pulled out a chicken that looked like a rat.
That
Dog.
shit
Like
was-
it had a tail and
that
everything.
That was
Wow.
Master Splinter, no doubt.
And then
I forgot who said it, but somebody said they were like, "What part of the chicken is this?"
yeah. It might have been Mushu.
Yeah, that shit
And,
was
like,
too funny.
Literally
Man,
that week, a clip went viral of somebody else finding the
That's
same
fucking
exact
gross.
like shape chicken.
It's weird, dog. That's
Nah,
why I don't
there-
order that. I don't order
There's-
the tenders.
There's so many fried chicken like horror stories. Like it trips me out every time. Like there's one that I saw on Facebook. You can find anything on Facebook. First of all, Facebook is a dangerous place. It's pretty much the dark web. But I said Facebook is pretty much the dark web, and there was some guy bit into a chicken tender, and there was ants just crawling around in the chicken. And I showed Manny, he was like, he didn't have Popeyes for like a year or two.
Well, there was actually like not a lot of clips, but one or two clips go viral when the chicken sandwich from Popeyes was like coming out because, like, if you open the chicken, like there was like maggots like in the chicken.
Yeah, I think
low
that's the one I
key-
saw.
Low-key, I've been doing that with anywhere I go just to triple check, like even a McChicken or anything is
For real?
it could happen to anybody's
Yeah.
delivery or whatever.
Won't happen
So,
at Chick-fil-A, guaranteed.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A actually messed up one time like 2 weeks ago.
Nah,
dog. First
you
time.
you
You
messed
messed
up.
up.
You messed up. I don't
Actually,
believe this. I'm sorry,
The thing that Asiel was saying, like, I
Yeah.
actually got a completely wrong order. Like, it wasn't even my order.
John. I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm saying that there's a possibility that you ordered
Oh,
something
trust me,
else.
dog. When I had to drive back and look at the dude's face, like we
Okay.
like we couldn't even believe it. Dog.
Again, not saying you're lying. I'm just not convinced. But
And this
okay,
is the
but
thing.
okay, I got you. Yeah.
And this is how you know I'm telling the truth because I got chicken tenders in my bag and not the chicken nuggets, and I can't stand the chicken tenders from Chick-fil-A because they're spicy and wet. They're like the pizza gate of.
Wait, sorry, you
Papa
said the
John's.
tenders?
Spicy and what?
You said the tenders
Yeah.
are like that or the nuggets?
The tenders are like that.
Tenders, okay.
Like the tenders are spicy and wet for some reason. I don't understand. So I couldn't sit there and just take the L of eating the chicken, so I had to go back. And I couldn't believe I got my wrong, like completely wrong order, dog. That was like the first time I've ever seen them mess up. So we
I
were
need
all
footage of
disappointed.
John at that drive-thru. I need audio of what his order actually
the guy,
was.
the guy saw John, he was like, no.
It was one tier.
If y'all know me, boy, I'm Chick-fil-A Gold Red member. For I got all the discounts, all the apps, so they know me out here in the streets.
Yo, what did they hook you up after that?
Nah, I thought they were gonna do it.
Damn, word. I'm surprised they didn't. That's
Yeah,
They
crazy.
prayed with him.
They
And
prayed with
I think low-key my sister was there, so our first instinct was to give back the bag. But I feel like if we would have just kept the bag, they probably would have let us kept it.
Damn.
But
for
either
sure.
way, I wasn't eating those spicy.
John gets back in his car. He has a full tank of gas.
Was it a spicy chicken tender or
Nope.
just regular?
Nah, to me, when I've tasted it, it's just spicy, like the regular tenders. I
Interesting.
can't do them.
You ever have the
The
grilled
day-
nuggets?
Yeah.
The
fire.
day, and I'm praying for this day, the day Chick-fil-A gets spicy nuggets, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Do you like mild sauce?
Me, no, I hate mild sauce.
Because
I
wouldn't
hate
it,
mild
that
buffalo.
wouldn't be
all
the
of it.
same, but like spicy nuggets.
Yeah,
Is
the
mild
thing with me is
sauce
I don't like
The
spicy
same as hot
sauces.
sauce?
Mild is like,
it's like
a
a little
Red's
cousin.
hot, I think. Like a
Yeah,
little
because I
bit
like
less
hot
than a
sauce,
Red's
but for
hot.
whatever reason, anything that comes with mild sauce, I'm not a fan of.
I mean, I'm not a hot sauce guy. I'd rather have something like what's like breaded in something spicy, kind of
Yeah.
like the Chick-fil-A sandwich,
Or
not
like
like
toast.
Yeah,
I
As
can't
opposed-
do hot, so I do mild because I can't do hot.
I'm a big hot sauce guy.
I cry when I eat hot Cheetos.
Oh.
Welcome to episode 14.
Yo, word, dog. No, but I will fuck some hot Cheetos
Oh,
up, bro.
for
I love
sure,
hot
dog.
Cheetos. Dog, it's worth
yeah,
the
trust
pain.
me.
I don't care.
I hate
Like, the
hot
pain is 100% worth
You
it.
hate hot Cheetos?
unpopular opinion. Hot fries are better than hot Cheetos.
No, no, bugging. Mm,
Nope.
no
Hot
way. No
fries are
chance.
great.
in hell.
I'm cool between both of them. I just go back and forth.
Hot
with them.
fries are better.
Y'all like
I had hot
Takis?
fries one time, and I'm like, well, I don't need this.
Y'all
Hot
have
fries are so
Takis?
much better.
Takis,
I could
no.
live. Takis are disgusting. Once you add lime
Oh
to
my-
anything,
Yeah, I can't do taco either.
disgusting.
Bugging.
I've actually grown to like that a little because I got there was a phase I was going through where I was just putting lime on everything, like every food I was eating.
Delicious.
So like the plantain chips, like I didn't mind them with
Oof.
lime.
Oh yeah, that shit sounds. My fucking tostones whenever I get them. Lime.
My fucking tostones.
Fucking tostones.
My fucking tostones. Yo, but
Yeah,
I feel
right.
with that though.
Eso
Even though like
totonito.
yeah, I'm not a fan of like lime on chips, but like on like food like that, like Spanish food, like put it on steak or something like this.
Oh
Fucking
yeah,
fire.
steak is fire.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't like
I
it.
don't put lime on. I don't like the
Acidity?
sour bitterness of it. Yeah.
What I
I don't
like
like
it
it on my
probably the
taste.
most on is chicharrones, dog. That shit is
Oof.
ooh good,
Oof.
bro.
Put a oof in the
good.
chat for
Yeah,
chicharrón.
yeah. Yo, let me get a oof in the comments. Let me get a oof in the comments.
That's fine.
You guys like sour stuff?
No,
That's
not a big
Depends on
sour
what it
guy.
is. Depends.
Candy,
Sour
I can't do
Patches
too much of
is
it.
the most I can do.
I don't know if they
Yeah,
still
Sour
sell these,
Patch?
but
Yeah.
sour Skittles.
Sour
No.
Skittles are sour. Sour Patches.
Manny, don't ever do that sign and bite your lip in the camera ever again.
That's a good looking
Too good.
man.
Too good.
Chris, tell us about that sus thing you did in Santa episode 14.
It was that. It was that.
If you guys sign up for our Patreon, I'll let you know what the such shit was.
We told them that we were gonna do it on episode 14, and we're here.
It's
now.
too hot. Too
tune
hot
in
for
ne-
too
tune in
hot for
next week.
YouTube.
Tune in next week to find out what I did.
No, but yeah, like I can't do sour too much like that. I can't really do sweets. Like when we get like a box of donuts, I can only eat like one or two.
I do fuck with Sour Patch Heavy though, Chris. I love Sour
Yeah,
Patch.
that's like the level of sour I can go.
Yeah, that's like a
Anything other than
subtle.
Yeah, it's like a baby sour. I mean, I hate sour. I hate everything sour, but I think
Damn, you guys don't like the warheads?
that. Fuck no.
I had one once, and it was a
I don't
lemon
know.
one. It was like 6th grade. I put it in my mouth. I literally spit it out. Second it touched my tongue, I went to throw up.
I don't know what it is about torturing my fucking tongue, which painful shit. But like or painful food.
Pause.
No pause. I'm not pausing
My
anymore.
We should have started the episode there.
I don't know what it is about torturing my
about
tongue.
food torture. That just I don't know. It appeals to me. Like warheads, dog. Like I'll throw that. Pause. I will throw that shit in my mouth.
You throw that shit back.
And then just like sit there and take the pain until it gets sweet. Dog. It's too good.
Yo, my dog is out here.
Yeah.
How else do you eat a warhead?
Hey, yeah.
You gotta
I
suck
like
on
to take
it
the pain
until
until it gets
the sweetness. There's no other way to eat a warhead.
There's no other way to phrase that to make it
We're the
sound good.
Christian-
Yeah, there's no way to phrase it to make it sound good.
Oh,
You gotta
my
eat. You gotta
God.
suck on it until it gets sweet, and then
Oh,
you're fucking
no,
lit.
no, no, no.
And then you're
Alright,
fucking lit.
All right, give me 3 candies.
Oof.
Your top 3 candies. And
All
that
right,
could be
Reese's.
within
Does
the
Reese's count? Chocolate. Yeah,
sure.
Reese's number 1 for sure.
Yeah.
After that,
Oh, that changes things.
After that, Manny, come to us when you have all 3. He just jumped in with the
all right, I'm gonna give y'all 1, and I'll be right back with 2 and 3.
Low key, we all gotta think about it though. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'll go with straight candy just to keep chocolate out of it because I consider them too far.
That's why I asked. 'Cause I'm like, I don't know
Sweet.
if it counts.
I would go
Uh,
Starburst, Skittles, and peach rings.
Peach
oof.
rings?
What?
Peach
Oof.
rings.
Peach
The heck
rings.
is that?
Not
I
familiar.
grew up on peach rings.
Like
Peach
the
rings are
7
like-
like the
Pinterest?
7-Eleven ones are like
Yeah, well, back when I was living in New York, I'd get them at what's it called, like Fine Fair, the supermarket that I would go to, and it'd just be like, or any bodega really. You
They're like little
packs.
they're little rings
Yeah, they're
and
like
it's like
yellow
peach
on one
flavored.
side, orange on the other, and
Yeah.
they're like covered in like sugar.
Next time you go to
Like
7-Eleven,
chewy candies?
John, get that shit. That shit is fire.
That'll be never, but I'll try to
I
I
keep
could
that
be
in mind.
missing some, but I'm gonna leave those.
Or
for
Wawa.
I'll go to Wawa first.
I'll think what you guys
This is
think.
tough, dog.
I got
You said
3.
2?
I said Skittles, Starburst, and the peach rings.
You like the fruity shit.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I don't want
Pause.
to hear fruity shit, mister. Suck on a.
Hey, it's
Sweetness.
2020. Hey, it's 2020.
This man Manny was talking like Meg Thee Stallion on a fucking Wawa song.
This man was remixing WAP.
All right, tell me a non-sus way to eat a warhead.
Look, Manny. Once you said that you like your mouth and your tongue being tortured, everything after that was a blur. You're gonna
Oh,
look back on
God.
this episode like
I
Jesus.
like to suck on warheads, damn it.
All right, I got
Okay,
the
so
three snacks. So 1 Skittles, 2 Reese's, and 3 Lifesavers gummies.
Yes, I vouch for that.
Yep, shits are too good.
Lifesavers gummies for sure. I'm gonna go with the Hershey white chocolate Oreo one.
The cookies and cream.
Yeah, the cookies and cream. Yeah, I feel like more chocolates come to my mind than actual candy, but I do like the fruity flavored candy. But I will say,
The suspense is killing me.
I fuck with Twix heavy too. Yo, my manager, I told my store manager, I was like, hey, yo, you going to, nigga, hey, yo. I was like, yo, can you bring me back some Twix on your way back to the store? He's like, yeah, I got you. So he comes back and he brings me 2 sets of Twix. And he's like, yo, I got you 2 because one said right Twix and the other one said left Twix. I don't know the difference.
Oh
I'm like, fat.
My dog has never seen a commercial a day in his life.
I'm like, dog, they're literally marketing. This is the best marketing I've ever seen.
Yo, word though. Yo, shout out.
Dog, you gotta email Twix like, guys, you'll never
I
believe
didn't even
what just
think about
happened.
that, bro.
Yeah,
Shout
I didn't
out
think
to
somebody
Twix.
would actually fall for that, dog. And he did that. He's like, I brought you both. I didn't know what was the difference.
That's too funny.
I took them both out. I'm like, fam, it's the same. It's just the marketing.
It's a marketing
You should
scheme.
have had him taste both and see if he could tell the difference.
Yeah, that would have been the fucking video.
This one tastes more left.
More left and right.
But to answer your question, John, Reese's number 1 in case anybody forgot. And I'm probably gonna go Skittles 2 and
Y'all like Skittles? All 3 of
I
like Skittles.
do,
Never seen
and
a
I'm
pop
going with
Skittle bite.
I'm putting Starburst in mine too, dog. Because Starburst is fucking fire.
That's my movie theater snack. Skittles, for sure.
You put Skittles and Reese's in your mouth at the same time in a movie?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't
I do that
sound tasteful.
I can't do peanut butter diet.
To be honest, I don't even eat peanut butter shit like that. To be honest, it's more just like Reese's that for whatever reason does it for me, dog.
Do you guys do this though? Asia put me onto one of my favorite movies called Whiplash, and in the movie, the dad and the son go to the theaters and they actually pour chocolate inside the popcorn.
I've heard of this. I've never done it, but I've heard of it.
The first time I saw it, I was like, okay, that's weird. And then when we tried it with like the crunch chocolate, it's actually like mad convenient to have both
Now, here's my
taste
thing with that.
textures in the same place.
Yeah, like, and I'm a big fan of like having something like salty after sweet because that shit is fucking dope. But my only thing with that is doesn't it melt like in there? So it's like I feel like as you're picking it out, like you know what I mean? Like
It
it'd be a
doesn't.
little-
I haven't had
That's why I
that
have beef with
problem.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like
You
taste
wanna call
wise,
corporate on
I
it?
fuck with it. Taste wise, I fuck with it. I just feel like it might get annoying. Like
Yo,
over
why
time.
y'all shit melting in the popcorn? You fix your shit.
Yo, y'all need to make your chocolate a little colder because this is ridiculous.
I mean, low key too. I'll just reach in for the popcorn and I just like pause.
No, this is all going
An
in.
episode
Y'all-
today.
y'all
I said
This
doing
pause.
something.
I didn't
podcast
say
is risky.
pause the
This is a risky podcast.
I'm saying pause the action, or I'll just eat it separate. So either like I don't have to put it in the popcorn bag, but I can see how that could be convenient.
Put it
too.
in the popcorn.
All right. This man's reaching for everything.
Yo, but I feel you though, John.
No,
Because I'll like at times like when I go to movies, I'll have like either nachos or popcorn, and then I'll usually have like M&Ms or something on the side. So I'll have like both
Right.
options. Yeah.
Right. I'd be low key like I'd be getting excited when there's like more of a meal option in the menu, but I'm never satisfied with what I order. Like if I get a hot dog or like fries and chicken, it's
If
like
it's not
not
nachos,
the
it's
worst
popcorn.
version of it, but the hot dogs be the straight plastic. Like
Bro,
for
I've
sure.
said this before on this podcast, and I'm gonna say it again. AMC's nachos and cheese for like.
Yeah, for sure.
What makes it different, man?
Dog, I
It
don't know
just
what it
hits.
is,
It hits.
but it's so good, dog. I think it's the type of cheese that they use, but it's fucking fire, bro.
I just
Like
think it's so
every time
convenient.
next time we go to the movies in however many months, that's why I said yeah, in however many
The
months,
movies, remember those days.
yeah. Like you'll try some of mine, though. I'm telling you, it's fucking fire.
I'll remember those days, August 31st. I actually bought
Yeah,
my
when
ticket.
when you can go get a quick notification due to COVID-19, we are pushing back.
I'm fully expecting that. I'm being dead ass. That they're gonna close.
You already
the theaters
paid
up
for
again.
your movie?
I
Yeah, I
gotta go
paid
buy
for
my
it.
ticket.
Me and Manny, bro. The theater closest to us is 60 miles away.
You're going?
Yes.
Wait, did you only check on
I checked
the?
everywhere.
Did you only check on the tenant website though?
I checked Tiny website, AMC, Fandango, everywhere else.
Oh, because at the
it's-
AMC here they have like on the tenant website it didn't have the. It said I had to go to like Plantation to go
Mhm.
watch the movie, but when I went on the AMC website, it said right here at Lakes they have it.
So you're going 60 miles out.
Yeah,
That's crazy, Chris.
It's only
That's
an hour
insane.
drive. It's not too bad.
That's
It's not
that
that bad.
sounds like more than an hour. But
That's like your drive to Aventura, something like that. And it says an hour, but we can get
no, it's not the same. No, it's not.
Aventura is like 25 miles.
Yeah, Miami's like 20 miles away from me.
Wait,
like,
so what's the far one? Sawgrass or Aventura?
none of them
Well,
are that far.
Aventura is 45 minutes away from me.
Oh, so yeah. I mean, depends on how you drive, but an hour is still not bad. In my
You're
opinion.
not
take a
clearing
speed
60 miles in an hour. I'm telling you right now, dog. There's no way.
60 miles.
The train left at 60 miles per hour. And I hate those questions.
Nah, but yeah, I'll be out there August 31st. I'm gonna document the whole thing, let y'all know how it
You
goes.
should definitely do it.
I'm gonna wear a mask and gloves.
Well,
Mask
speaking of
is Jesus.
movies, I know you guys are excited to talk about the DC
Oof.
things that came out today. I'll let you guys take over that since you're more knowledge in the topic.
Where should we
Cool,
start?
I'll let Chris start off.
Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna say,
you
what
guys
do
want
we
to
start?
start with
haven't-
movies or games? I think we should
Let's do
start off-
movies because I'll probably be out of here by games.
Okay.
Well, the games I feel like will go quicker.
Oh, yeah, okay,
It
go
wouldn't
ahead.
go
Yeah,
as
low
fast.
key, you might be right.
All right, so the first game that they showed was Gotham Knights. Gotham
Fire.
Knights looked amazing.
Fire. I already told this to Asio, but like, what a great fucking concept for a game, dog.
Yeah.
Like, and Batman's literally the only character that could pull this off because like he has like the team around him that like you know what I mean like could be interesting to play as.
Mhm.
But one of the biggest like takeaways from the Arkham series for me was that like I wish I would have. Damn, I don't want to spoil this. Never mind. But I just love that we're gonna get to play as these characters. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
Like
sure, dude.
it's something I've wanted for a long time. So to finally get a game that's giving me that is gonna be a good time.
And in the trailer, they showed that they get Batman is dead.
Bruce Wayne and Gordon, dog.
No way.
Yeah, they said it.
No. I know they said it, but
Oh,
I'm
okay,
I'm
yeah.
just
We believe it?
predicting you.
Absolutely not.
Gordon, I believe. Bruce, no, not a chance.
I'm full. My prediction is that the Court of Owls, because if you see that video of him talking, it looks like they're like, all right, they holding
Yeah.
the phone to him or something like and like talk. He was in the suit and everything. Nah, they definitely got him
I don't think this game can be made without having Batman
for sure.
come back into it.
Yeah.
It'll just feel incomplete. It'll just feel wrong. Can't have Gotham Knights without the Knight himself.
The night exactly.
Facts. Shout out to
So,
Mr. Freeze's character design. Looked fucking.
That looked
amazing.
fire.
Looked
The
a little
whole-
more old school, but I fuck with it. It.
Exactly like
looks cool.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, dog.
Mhm.
Exactly what I was thinking.
And the whole city and the whole scenery and like for a pre-alpha too, for a pre-alpha clip, meaning they're gonna do more shit to it to make it and perfect it. And I think we're all in agreement that it kicks the shit out of the Avengers pre-alpha or
Not even close.
It's not even close, dog. Like
5
the
seconds
game
of that.
looks so. It's so much. The game itself looks more interesting story wise, and it also looks funner to play. Like it's just, dog. I
100%.
can't. Yeah.
Shouts out to Robin Hood.
And you know what's crazy? It's 4 characters that don't have superpowers, and it looks way funner. Like that's crazy as shit to me, bro. That's
Yeah.
wild.
So it's Robin, Batwoman, Red Hood, right?
Red Hood and Nightwing.
And
Was that-
Nightwing.
Chris, come closer to the mic a little bit.
And Nightwing, right? That's
Yeah.
Wasn't
the
Isn't it Batgirl?
back.
That-
Nah, I think it's
oh yeah,
Batwoman.
sorry.
It's-
No, it's Batgirl. He's right. It's Barbara Gordon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, those combos that she was hitting in that trailer were fucking crazy, and I'm so excited.
And I love that they're
for it.
keeping like the stealth as part of it. Like they weren't afraid to give my dog Red Hood the
Word.
Thule. So shout out to that.
All right,
And
so,
and when we play, calling it right now, I'm calling Red Hood when we play.
all right,
I don't care who I play.
I'll play as Batgirl.
But they said the game is co-op, right? Or it has
Yeah.
like
It's
co-op
co-op,
moments.
Yeah, it's co-op. It's not
Progressive.
co-op like
2020.
local, but online it's co-op.
Interesting. So I'm guessing what's like side missions you could do with your friends.
I'm guessing
Maybe
some
DLC
games you can just run the
maybe?
story with your friends, so
Bruh.
that's
Oh,
possible
really?
too.
That'd be
in the
interesting.
trailer,
Yeah.
in the gameplay trailer, the 7-minute gameplay trailer that they put out, it was Batgirl just riding the motorcycle, and on the top right, it said Robin joined session. So like, I'm wondering if you could be in like a mission and you need help or something, and you could just join the game and help out Batgirl on that mission or something. That would be
Facts.
crazy. hit your boy up. I can't beat this. I can't beat this level. I need your
All
help.
right, I'll be right there. Be right there.
That'll be fire.
It'd be. I mean, I don't know how all the lonely gamer people feel, but it'd be cool if there's missions where you're forced to play with your friends, and they like make you have to have at least one other person that has to join you to be able to beat some of this stuff.
Well, they said
cool.
they said that you can play with one single person and keep switching throughout. So,
Yeah, that either way you'll have access to all the characters. That's what they were saying.
All right, so we talked about Gotham Knights. We're all hyped for that. Now let's talk about the new Suicide Squad game that's coming out, which looked absolutely fire. Those graphics looked incredible, dog.
You had me at we have to kill Superman. I when I saw that, I was just like, oh my god, like nah,
That boy
They told the audience why you were excited for that.
because I fucking hate Superman. There's no way around it. Like I don't like him whatsoever. But yeah, like it's another game with a dope ass concept. Like who's not like giving me a game that tells me basically like, yo, you're gonna play as the villains. Like that just sounds fun, bro. Like that, you know what I mean? Like I think it was a great idea on their part. And the fact that it's Rocksteady, bro, like they're gonna knock that shit out the park, man.
Bro, those graphics, I was just like, yo, give me another Arkham, dude, with those graphics and like. I think they're gonna do it, dog.
But I don't mind them. Like I would accept another Arkham. I love Arkham,
course,
but like I don't mind them like expanding on the DCU, bro.
100%.
Like, bro, like give me that. Let me get a Flash game down the road. You know what I mean? Like
wasn't it always
know,
a thing that like after Batman, Superman was supposed to get like his own line of games like this or something?
Superman game by them was rumored for a long time, but I don't know if it was ever a real thing. He's a very hard character to make a game for because how do you make a game for a god? Like it's just. I don't know, it's tough, but
so in that trailer we got Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Boomerang, and King Shark, right?
King Shark, yeah.
King Shark, and they all look like they didn't fuck with like they were just busting balls and fucking like, well, they were all busting balls and fucking.
Oh, wow, what?
That's
what trailer did you watch?
I had to catch myself.
That's good.
And they were like busting each other's balls and just like they didn't look like they weren't comfortable with each other yet. So like that story where they're eventually all gonna have to work together and like I'm pretty sure you can switch character to character too on that.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fire. And
only 4 members of the Suicide Squad, which I thought was interesting because usually it's like 6 or something.
I thought they seemed pretty comfortable with each other. I like the chemistry that they had. It felt like they were kind of sick of each other, but like in a loving way.
Yeah,
that's just how I felt about it. And I think they probably introduce more characters. They probably just had these 4 for the beginning.
Yeah, no, I thought that too. That's for sure. And that's another game that's gonna have co-op, so that'll be pretty cool.
No, that's interesting how they're gonna go about finding Superman and fighting him. That's gonna be crazy, dog.
They could barely beat the Millie Rock girl, and they're gonna go against Superman. And Trantrix, is what I like to call it.
Especially that lineup. Like, what's that lineup gonna do against Superman?
Yeah, and the game is
Baby Shark Doo Doo. That boy, come on.
The game is called Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, right?
Not Kill Superman.
No, it's Kill the Justice
Superman?
League.
Yo, it's Kill Justice League.
90%. I'll look it up right now, but I'm pretty sure.
I think it was Kill Superman.
Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League.
Oh.
So the Suicide Squad has to not only Superman, but they got to go against the whole league.
Does that mean we're gonna see Batman in another Rocksteady game?
Yeah,
I mean,
eventually, yeah.
Killing
Eventually, we'll have to. We'll see him.
So I'm calling right now, and I think this is a pretty safe bet that Brainiac is somehow controlling Superman.
Yeah.
Because like when you saw his
100%.
eyes, like they look weird, and then the first thing they showed was Brainiac ship, like that.
100%.
Yeah, that's more than likely what's going on.
Damn, dog. I'm hyped for that game.
Still interested.
Oh, for
and
sure.
Very excited for the game.
I think we're copying all those games. 100%.
Yeah,
No,
I
of
think
course.
that one's coming out 2022, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
So,
And then
next gen too. Those graphics.
it's gonna be amazing, dog.
I'm gonna have to buy 8K TV just for this.
Yeah, facts.
All right, so now that we talk about the Suicide Squad game, let's talk about the Suicide Squad footage that they showed today. How do we feel about that?
This is the trailer we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Behind the scenes one.
the behind the scenes with James Gunn and all the cast. I'm very excited for that personally. I'm a huge James Gunn fan because he took he took me without any expectation about Galaxy being good or anything, knowing nothing about the Guardians of the Galaxy, actually. Going just to see the movie because it's Marvel, and ended up being one of the best Marvel movies I've seen. So, like, and him working with an ensemble, which with like a bunch of people, with a bunch of cast members, he works with them really well. So I feel like he'll do the same thing for DC and those Suicide Squad characters. He knows how to work with a group of actors like that. So I'm excited.
For me, what I'll say is, I think that all the footage that I saw was fun, looked like intriguing, but so did the first one for the first for the first Suicide Squad. But one thing is that, like, I like obviously comic books and Marvel and DC for the most part, but I'm not as invested as you guys. So I definitely didn't know a lot of the characters that they were introducing into this film.
Neither did I.
But
Neither did I, and I fucking love that shit. Yeah.
but I'll bring up like the 2 or 3 things that I was 4 things that I was weirded out about that doesn't help this case. But I saw John Cena was in it, and I saw Pete Davidson was in it. 2 people that can't act, and then there's a rat and a shark. Like, I don't know how I feel about that.
You don't think John Cena can act?
I think he just does like the Channing Tatum. I think they give him like purposely give him like the corny roles, but that's because he's probably most comfortable in those roles.
But that's what I think he's gonna have here. I don't think he's gonna be a huge part of the movie. Yeah. Like, I think it's gonna center mostly around like Idris Elba's character, Harley Quinn, obviously.
Will Smith 2.0.
Yeah. Will Smith's replacement.
What are they calling him? Dead what?
No,
Bloodshot.
Yeah,
Bloodshot. Was it Bloodshot?
No, it's not Deadshot.
Blood something.
It's Dead something, I think.
No, it's Blood something. Like Blood Sport. I don't know, something.
Blood Sport.
Sport.
Yeah,
Something,
I think so.
Some shit like that.
Something.
It looked lit though. His character with like the
the skull mask thing.
That looked fire.
Yeah, a lot of the characters I had. Yeah, I doubt very few people. I mean, unless you're like heavy into like super heavy into it, you're gonna know who all those characters were.
So there's no
but
way.
They all look like
no chance.
Fun characters that you could like play around with. Like, even you could keep them true to like their core for like the people that do know them, which isn't very many. But then you also have a lot of room to like play with them and make them your own, which is what he did with Guardians, which everyone ended up loving every single one of those characters. So I'm excited to see Polka Dot Man. There was so many characters, and I'm excited to see that many characters because I know they're not all gonna have like their own arcs, so it's not gonna take up like the whole movie. I know they're just like plugins here and there that are gonna bring good moments.
So yeah, like the thing that like for me is that like the trailer, like everything I saw was cool, but I'm kind of like on John's side with like everything from the first one also looked really good. You know what I mean? The movie wasn't too hot. But what does get me excited about this movie is more like who's directing it, because I feel like James Gunn, like you said, Chris, like he's more in his element with this movie, and I feel like having him as a director is going to give you a stronger movie in this type of film than the last one.
He also said that this is the most fun he's ever had on
I don't buy
movie
that
set.
Because you hear shit like that for every movie. That's not. Yeah.
And also, what I'll say too is like when I look back at the Suicide Squad, I feel like the movie was like a scavenger hunt. Like I feel like they were like it took place in one block, and they were just like fighting on each end of the block.
Yeah.
So this film looked a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know if the word is outside or more free of like sets
on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, John. And that's a good point on the first movie. I never really looked at it like that. That's another.
Yeah, they were just like walking every so many blocks and then getting into an altercation and then getting to the train where.
I actually like the fact that we don't know a lot of these superheroes because we don't go in with an expectation. Like, we don't know what they do or what their power is or who has played them before and who did better than them or something like that. Like, they're literally they're new to us, so they can literally be a house favorite. We could like Polka Dot Man could be the best character of the whole movie, and we had no idea that this man existed.
Like a Groot.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
that's another thing though. Like the thing, DC for me isn't too good in CGI, and a lot of those characters when they were introducing them, they would show like the comic book version, and then the humanized version was like way different, obviously. But it's like that could take away a lot too from like the actual like limits that they could have, like portraying that character realistically, I guess.
John, I don't know if you saw the whole panel, but James Gunn, the director, said that the CGI guy that they got is the CGI man for all like pretty much most Marvel movies, and he said that for this one he had to do like the most CGI he's ever had to do, like for all those Marvel movies that he's done. Like
That's
combined.
good and bad.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold up. He said for this movie he had to do more CGI than any other movie before.
Yeah, no, than every movie he's done for Marvel combined.
What?
Yeah.
Even Avengers? Did he do Avengers?
I don't know if he did Avengers or not.
What movies did he do? Like
Yeah,
how much
that's what I'm trying
CGI?
to say.
He did
That's a
Thor,
little
the
crazy.
first one.
That doesn't really excite me. That's kind of crazy.
That's a lot of hype.
Well, yeah, I mean, think about it. You got a shark as a fucking character.
That's
you have a
true.
rat as a character. Like, you have to have heavy CGI.
We have
Yeah,
six
but
ni-
that's
we have
two
6
people.
nines
Like
there.
outside of that, how much CGI is there in this movie? Like this is
With the
insane.
amount of fighting that they were doing, all those explosions.
Yeah, there's a lot of
maybe-
explosions.
Maybe somewhere there.
That's-
Since they have so
that's
many
insane.
characters with powers, maybe each character is gonna like show off their powers and it's gonna require CGI.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the next movie we got is the Snyder Cut, the Justice League. How are we feeling about that?
I love the fact that the trailer had Darkseid offer it. Like I thought, like I was talking to Arcel about this a little bit, and I was like, bro, how do you have Darkseid in a Justice League movie and you cut it from the movie? That makes no fucking sense to me, bro. Like, even if you go back to like the way Marvel did shit, they had Thanos at the very end of the first movie. Like, how do you not introduce your big bad and you already had it shot, but you just decided to cut it out? Like, Warner got some splaining to do with that, bro, because that to me made zero type of sense.
That's Joss Whedon still working for Marvel. They're paying him on the low. Go in,
Double agent.
take all the good shit out, and just give him a little something.
So to point out the obvious, my dog Jose is here. CX Drive, welcome to the pod. So just to catch you up real quick, we're actually talking about the Snyder Cut, the DC film, and I believe that Manny was actually talking about the new footage that he saw. What else were you saying? Expand on that.
Yeah, so there was just a ton of cool footage in there that I'm just surprised they took out, man. Like one of the ones I was gonna bring up was when they show Flash like saving that girl who I'm gonna guess is Iris West. But like they show him like go through the coffee shop or whatever, all the glass breaking around him, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, fam, watching that in a theater would have been fucking amazing. Like how the hell could you take
Yeah.
shit like that out, man? That was crazy to me.
Dog, when I tell you I thought I was watching a trailer to Justice League 2,
Right.
I was like, they put everything, like, they literally could have made another movie. They could have called
Fam.
this Justice League 2.
The original movie came out 2 hours long, and there's 2 hours more of footage in this next one. Like, there's a whole other movie. Like, that's crazy, son.
Who gave this guy the fucking rights to direct this shit and leave all that shit out, though? That's
To
crazy.
bounce off of both things that you guys just said, it did feel like a new film. Like we all saw the first one. I have my negative things about it, but I'm kind of low
A
key
lot of
not
people
excited,
have. They're negative.
but I'm actually willing to watch this cut because it, like how Manny pointed out, like a lot of the shots like didn't even look like it was from the same movie that we saw. So it low key might feel like a whole new film type shit. So I'm actually down to watch it.
Yeah, I'm excited for all those small details to be put back into the movie. Like I can't wait to see Victor Stone's
Yes.
backstory with his dad and with his
That looked
cyborg.
crazy. That was one of the cooler looking things.
Oh, yeah, that
The,
did
the
look.
God.
football game, watching his dad. I mean, I know it's gonna happen. But watching his dad die is gonna be sad, but it's gonna be great cinematically.
And it's crazy
visuals.
because, like, in that movie, like, I feel like Cyborg was like the one with the least personality in that whole fucking movie, and now we know why. They cut all of it out.
And honestly, he's probably the most important character regarding the whole movie because of the mother boxes. He's the
Oh,
one that's
yeah.
like directly connected to
Yeah,
everything.
facts.
and
Yeah,
They cut literally almost all of it, and he's the one that basically brought the parademons over and connected the two things. I don't know. I'm just glad we're getting it.
Mhm. I agree. And they said that they're cutting it in 4 parts. They
I
said that.
think you're right, but I think he did say that there was gonna be a way to watch it all at once, but they were gonna split it up like for the beginning.
What do
Or
you
something.
mean?
They said because it's 4 hours long. So he said that they may split it into like 4 episodes, pretty much like 4-hour-long episodes,
So like watching
on
a
HBO
miniseries,
Max,
yeah.
or they may just put the whole thing on It's kind of like what they did for the Hateful Eight and how they split it up on Netflix, but you can watch the whole thing too on Netflix. Just because it's a
I'm not
long
going
movie.
to the theaters for. Yeah, I watch this at the crib.
Oh no, yeah, I don't.
No,
even
no,
think
it's
coming
not.
out
It's
in
not
theaters.
releasing in theaters. It's
Yeah, it's
releasing on
HBO
HBO Max.
HBO Max.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
They better
All
not
right,
just like spread it out like weekly shit. It better all come out.
Oh no,
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I don't.
That's a good point,
I don't
Jose. That's a good point. I would wait it out. I don't know if I would be able to
Wow.
sit there. And
Word.
Yeah, I'm mad Jose even mentioned that. I wasn't even thinking that as a possibility. I said it.
Thanks,
You
Jose.
gotta be subscribed for a whole month.
He ruined the podcast.
All right, so that's our thoughts on Justice League. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the Batman. Dog, that trailer was too fucking lit, man. I was impressed by everything. And that's 25% of the film, dog. 25%, they gave us that much content. I would have been content with that fucking trailer for what, like, if it was about to release next week.
Something that Asiel always brings up about the Ben Affleck Batman is how good his combat scenes are. It was short, but that combat scene we got in this one, woof,
I thought I was getting hit.
God, word. Word. That shit was too good, bro. Like, I saw that and I was like, and then at the end, he was like, I'm vengeance. I'm like, bro, if this isn't the most Batman fucking thing I've seen, like, son, that was
And
amazing.
like you pointed out, Manny, like they weren't using like a weird voice alter.
Yes.
thing,
And
so,
I
like,
love that. Yeah.
It's his actual voice that they're using for for the when he speaks.
Batman historically has never changed his voice. So I always kind of, that always bugged me that he needed that in the movies, you know?
But I like we were talking, like when they first showed him, like he looked pretty freaking swole in that suit. Like he didn't look like a skinny little like
Yeah.
Twilight Batman. Oh no, that's gonna be the Twilight Batman, bro.
Bro, I'm with it, dog. I was with it from the jump. I thought he was gonna do a good
That's gonna
job.
be the
man.
I'm a
Stigma on
huge
this
Robert
Batman.
Pattinson fan, man.
Yeah,
He-
from the looks of it,
He's gonna
be
kill
good.
it.
What do you mean?
And like those
of 25%?
that they've
we
only
get
shot 25% of the movie.
Oh, the movie's not
They're-
even done.
Yeah, no,
Really?
there's
I'm gonna end it
they're
next year,
starting
bro.
filming in September, and there's
Oh,
3
wow.
more months of
They're
filming. That they have to do.
resuming,
That's
yeah.
fire.
Oh, okay.
3
I
more
do-
months, bro. Dog, with 25% they gave us that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like, again, for you guys that don't know, I'm not the biggest DC fan, and I feel like most of their movies are too dark, and I don't personally like that, but I do like the cinematography that I saw for this film specifically.
Yeah.
So I'm down with like the aesthetics of it, whatever we've seen so far. So I'm actually excited for that as well.
That suit was fire.
Yeah,
That's
and some of the pictures that I've seen, it looked kind of like hit or miss sometimes. But when it was actually on the screen in that trailer, it looked solid.
And I fuck with the Bat logo too. The new Bat logo on his chest, man. That shit was clean.
On the suit, it looks great. When they first showed us, was it yesterday when it came out, and they just showed like the actual symbol, I thought it looked kind of boxy. Like some of the lines were just like it should be more curved and sharp, but it ended up looking perfect on the suit.
yeah.
Just like,
And
by the way that that little fight scene that we saw, even though it was like 3 seconds, do you think they're gonna make him more like the Ben Affleck
If
care to kill or not kill type of?
I don't think they're gonna do that because
Yeah.
that was more Zack Snyder's vision of having a Batman that didn't have a problem with killing. So I from the looks of it, this looks like a more traditional
yeah,
Batman.
and more. This is an early Batman, so
Yeah, yeah.
this is
too.
year 2
Yeah.
Batman. So when that guy said like, "Who are you?" or whatever, and then he like punched the shit out of him. Like people actually may not like even know. Like that's crazy that people are still trying to figure out who and what he is.
I know you guys were talking about this earlier, but I wasn't fully grasping like the concept. I don't like that, dog. That we're gonna get that early of a Batman, that we gotta relive this again, dog.
No, but it's year 2, so it's not gonna be like
It's not like-
origin story.
yeah.
Like
He's
he's
already
already
Batman.
the Batman.
He's
Yeah, he's already the
Batman, but
Batman.
he's just
it
it's
might
just-
show
he's
like
new.
maybe a second of like maybe when he was little, but it's not gonna show from right from the beginning.
I
to
don't think
like
they should.
yeah, it's not gonna do.
He's
the
still
whole
figuring
thing.
shit out. He's Batman, but he's still figuring shit out.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And
I
think
like that.
It sounds like they're doing this more to like introduce the villains to everyone. I think that's more the
Yeah.
goal with this. You know what I mean? So like
That's
when
it.
he comes into his world, like the villains don't already know who he is and shit like that. Like that's what it sounds like.
And
I
then
also,
oh, go ahead.
you go ahead, Jose. You go ahead.
I was gonna say like it looks like what I've heard. There's like two villains in this movie. I know the Penguin is supposed to be, and the Riddler.
Yeah, if
I
it's
don't know.
based off, if they're going, because like the story that this movie is based off of, like has a shitload of villains. Like Harvey Dent is in it. Like
Oh,
it's
really?
literally Calendar Man's
I
in
didn't
it.
know
Like there's
that.
a
Harvey Dent,
lot
the
of people. Yeah,
Riddler.
yeah, it's a lot of people. Again, who knows how much inspiration they'll take from it, but
Yeah.
there should be a decent amount in this movie.
But that's good because that's Batman, man. He has hella
Yeah.
villains, and it's just him.
No, this is, yeah, it has the best rose gallery in comics.
Yeah.
Jose, did you see Colin Farrell in the trailer?
I didn't. I don't think. Was he like 1 second? That's him.
Yeah,
What the hell?
I didn't catch it
That's-
either. I
that's
didn't catch it
that's the
either.
Penguin's fucking. That's his.
Hufflepuff.
I thought I was gonna like recognize him, but I saw that thing, but I was like, is that really gonna be? But I'm surprised like he's unrecognizable.
Yeah,
That's
that
crazy.
freaking makeup is crazy.
His makeup is insane.
Damn,
I don't have my phone.
that's good though. Like it's not like his face, but that's interesting.
Hmm. I'm excited.
Like they didn't show the Riddler though, right? He was like maybe
Yeah,
like
he
a
was the
second,
first person.
but he like
yeah,
he
he was
had
the
like
first
some
person.
type of mask or something.
Yeah,
Like you
Tape
didn't,
on
like,
his head.
yeah, you didn't see like his full face.
I saw something that said, I don't know how legit this is. I think I saw it on like a fan page that I follow on Instagram, and it said that this Batman is Earth 2 Batman, and Bruce
Yeah, I
Wayne
did see that.
It's Earth 1 Batman,
And
which is I think is pretty cool because that gives them opportunity
Would
to
you say
merge
is Earth One?
Ben Affleck in the DCEU currently.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
with the Flash in his movie, if he's gonna be doing,
Yeah, one of the
time
things
travel
that they
stuff.
spoke about this, I don't know if you guys saw the multiverse panel, but they were basically saying that like the multiverse is very much a thing like in the
Yeah.
DC universe, and like that's not something they're gonna shy away from in the movies. So that's definitely a possibility.
Yeah. That's
Do you guys
interesting.
think that I don't know if you would say the makeup of him, like when he took off his mask, like he still had the black shadow, but with like a white pale tint. Do you think that's something he does every time for the mask, or do you think he was like, because there's some villain robbers in the movie that are like, "Who are you?" and then they're kind of like white tinted too as well.
It's funny you say that because like when I saw him without the mask and I saw the tint, like that's something that caught my eye. But if you look at like the other Batmans, like
No,
at,
yeah,
fir-
they
at
put-
least Christian Bale does it for sure, and like you can even see like inside the mask that like his eyelids or whatever like are painted.
I know
So-
that the eye area, but not like the
Yeah.
whole face though.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I
'Cause
didn't have a
he
problem
had,
with
like,
it.
So nowhere
Or if he
Batman
was
is
like-
still
I don't know if
figuring
it's
shit
white
out.
or he's just pale as hell.
Because it looked like
Was
like
it
whatever the
vampire?
robbers were like yelling at him, they all looked like they had like that same tint, like face, like white.
Maybe it
paint,
was something he was doing with them. I don't know. Yeah.
I have to see it again.
or something. Maybe he was like masking in with trying to like blend in.
Yeah,
How do you
and
class-
Batman would do some shit like that, where like he like tries to be part of the crowd or something.
They
Like,
said this is like the most detective Batman that we'll get.
which talk. I'm so
If you
excited
do
for
it
that.
right,
Yeah, because but we've never really gotten that, dog. Like I think Affleck was like the closest thing to that, and even that was still like not a whole lot of
Mhm.
detective work. So the fact that we're getting that's such a huge part of Batman, and we've never really seen it like fully fleshed out in the movie. So I'm excited for that.
You
Shit.
could also see it when he walks into the room and Jeffrey and Gordon like brings in like the letter. There's a bunch of police around him. He's just walking
Yeah.
into the scene. Like there's nothing like really, no concern pretty much. Where
It's
when
just
people
Batman.
walk in see Batman, they're like, "Oh shit, it's Batman!" Like
What do you guys think about like some of the technology that you might have seen in the film, which is probably the car? Like the car, he had like a crazy exhaust in the back.
shit look lit.
Like,
It looked more like a
regular
muscle
in the
car.
front, and
Right.
then in the back, it's a big.
Yeah, I
like
thought that looked
0 to 60.
cool. I think the bike looks cool too. It looks more like an old school like kind of Batman. I don't know like if it's set like in an earlier time or anything like
They
that,
said
but
this is supposed to be what time?
Yeah.
90s,
The '90s or
70s.
I don't know.
No,
Like,
90s.
Supposedly,
It
it's
said
supposed
early
to-
90s.
Yeah, it's not like today, but it's like before.
yesterday.
Yeah.
yesterday.
maybe
It takes place
That's-
yesterday.
That's one thing I will say. I don't know. Maybe it was just like the scene, and I saw it fast because it was so quick. But there was one part where they showed like everybody in suits, and I don't know where they were. It was early in the trailer, and when everybody was in the suits, the time period looked way earlier.
Yeah.
No,
Like, this
yeah,
is,
like
like,
when I
so
first
good.
read about the time of this movie, like they said it was probably gonna be like very early, 1990, not 1990, but like probably 80 or something around there.
Mhm.
But I'm
Somewhere
not.
between
I'm
the
not
70s
sure.
and the 90s.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Matt Reeves said early 90s.
Oh, well,
I'm just
there you
going
go.
like based off the way people were dressed. It looked like
Yeah.
The 20s or something.
yeah, something like
Right.
way back there.
Yeah,
You can see it in the car too, because in that scene, I know what you're talking about. Which one? Like he has to like jump out of the way and kind of save someone. You can see the car is like a newer car. It's not like an
I
'80s
don't
car.
remember. Yeah, I'm just going
So
based off.
when you go back
It
to
was
see it,
quick.
you'll
Yeah, I'll
notice.
go back and check it out.
I hope the car actually. I have to look at it again, but I hope it's actually lit because I feel like it for what I saw, it only looks lit enough for you to go to Cali and go to the DC museum and just be like, oh, that was the car from the Twilight Batman.
The Twilight.
Well, I think it might
Just
be
like-
like a first thing of it. Like,
First
okay.
edition.
yeah.
Or maybe he just has it
I'm
in
not
a certain
excited
mode.
about that, dog.
Maybe it's just like in a
But-
first mode. Just
Like you
a
either
disguise
get
mode
the
for
really old
COD.
Batman or you get the young
Right,
Batman.
right.
I'm excited. And they said that Joker. They gave out a bunch of like hints. They said that Joker doesn't exist yet in this universe.
Which
So
is
that
smart
can-
if you're gonna do multiple movies. That's a good
Mhm.
idea.
That's lit. I like that idea. That was kind of like the same thing with Batman Begins, right?
Yeah,
Joker
it
was
the
like
same
kind of
thing.
getting started.
Yeah,
and-
like it was really at the end that Joker was like,
Mhm.
actually at the end he even says like, oh, there's this new guy in town. Like
yeah,
he
it's this
leaves a
new guy,
calling
and
card.
then he
Yeah.
gives him the calling card.
Yeah.
That was
What
fire.
time period did Joker take place?
The
That one's
movie Joker?
80s,
Yeah.
early 80s, I think.
Nah, Joker was before that. Like you're saying, like when he like debuted.
No, the movie.
No, he's
No,
talking
the
about
movie
version.
Joaquin
The Joker-
Oh,
Phoenix
the
one.
Joker movie. Yeah, that was like 80s or something.
Early
or something,
80s.
yeah.
So they pretty much can't connect.
They could, but I don't think they are.
Yeah.
They said a while ago they said that Joker movie was gonna be like a character study on
Standalone
that
thing.
guy. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
gonna
and
be
they also said it with
I
this
don't buy it.
film too, but
They'll change that up real quick.
like
They
I
say
feel
just so no pressure.
I feel the no Joker thing might be a reason for them to maybe do a multiverse thing and maybe get that Batman into the other worlds and stuff. Because like
Mhm.
I can't see a Batman without a Joker at all.
Oh no, there's definitely gonna be a Joker. They're gonna develop that character, and I'm excited.
But
Does Batman ever become a Joker in like another comic?
Yeah,
Well-
I actually have that comic. That's
Batman
I could definitely
Who
see-
Laughs, I think.
Yeah,
it
the
is.
Twilight
Yeah.
Batman going crazy and, and doing like he would kill that Joker. Like
Or you could watch Flashpoint, where his dad becomes the Batman and his mom becomes the Joker.
mm,
It's crazy.
that is crazy. If we were to see it on screen,
I'm ready for it.
oh, yeah, but
Well-
for the little trailer we got, I think Twilight Boy.
Twilight Boy.
looks
Show some
like he
respect.
did-
The
looks like-
disrespect.
Well, I seen one trailer.
I
like,
hope
it
he
was
wins. I
just-
hope he wins you over in this movie, John. I hope that he'll gain a little respect.
y'all liked him. What you saw as
Yeah,
Bruce?
I did.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
his.
Well, we
look,
didn't
but I
see
like
enough
his
of him
acting.
as Bruce.
I
What
don't-
you-
I don't like
acting
the hair.
look.
I will
Yeah,
say that. I don't like his hair.
yeah.
I don't mind it.
Maybe
kind
he'll
of
fix it though.
Even fixed, I don't know. I feel like it's too long. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't feel.
I get
I don't
this.
know.
Because
I
you used to
don't
see
mind
Bruce Wayne with like the neat like.
Yeah, like
That's
and
what
you
it
can
is.
have like longer hair that's neat, but his was just like too long. Like that shit was reaching like up to here. It's not like a nice, you could like
Slick back.
brush your hair back, but that shit goes too far back.
Yeah.
He's a kid, man. He's still figuring it out. It's only year 2. He'll start losing his hair in year 3.
Yeah, but other than that, that's like a small thing. That doesn't really
Well,
matter to me.
There's no date on it. It just says 2021, right?
Yeah.
I think they said they're aiming for like fourth quarter 2021.
What was up?
25% of the film, yeah.
What was up with like if you saw the ending where it says the date is like a question mark something?
it's for the
It's
Riddler.
it's 2 twos.
Oh, the Riddler
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, I think
Double entendre.
don't even
I
ask
think
me
that's
how.
what it's for. It looks like this Riddler's gonna be super serious. Like I'm used to like more of a
Jim Carrey.
well, not Jim, but I mean every rendition of the Joker or not the Joker of the Riddler that I've seen, he's like
He's
He's
very
side.
silly.
serious,
Yeah.
but he's also like he got like his jokes to him, and he's like a comedic side. This Joker doesn't. Or
I
this,
trust
this
This
Riddler.
I
doesn't
trust
like-
Paul Dano. That guy
Who's
can
playing
fucking
him?
act. Yeah. And you guys have seen Prisoners, right?
I've never seen that.
Well, he's the guy with like the glasses and the long hair who they beat up in the bathroom. That's the guy that's playing the Riddler. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna be like kind of like that, kind of like shy but funny and witty with the riddles, something like that.
with the riddles.
Riddles.
Oh yeah, I'm down. The trailer was. I'm sure they're gonna give us another one eventually.
Oh
That
yeah,
was just the teaser, the one we got. Like it
that's
wasn't even like a
25%.
real.
I keep saying it, but like I'm still
And
amazed
that
that.
I'm surprised we got this much from a teaser.
Hell yeah.
Teasers
Yeah,
be
that's
like
why I was
15
gonna say,
seconds.
Chris. They probably just told us that just to tell us that. I'm sure more than half of that the movie's done.
Well, we knew when because I've been following the filming the whole time, and they only got a
No,
couple
yeah,
months in.
because of the quarantine stuff,
COVID.
they had to stop
Yeah,
filming.
Corona.
So like,
No, yeah,
They
but
got 3 more months to
I don't
film.
think they'll just be like, yeah, we have 25%, and let's just. I'm sure it's more than that. There's no way.
Well, they still have 3 more months of filming. Then it's
And that's actually
pretty
not a
low.
lot. 3 more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you have 3 months left, you definitely have more than 25% done. Three
I don't know.
months. Movies take years to film.
No,
no,
It
not
takes
really.
years
Like,
to like.
it
make,
depends
but
on the movie.
the whole thing.
filming wise,
Yeah.
sometimes they do it quick. I don't know on a movie of this scale because this is a Batman movie. I'm sure this is a lot of world building. There's a lot to do. So they might use every second of that 3 months. But some movies do it quick, but I don't think this movie is gonna get
No, yeah,
everything done
they can
fast.
film in 3 months. The rest of the
John,
time is just like the editing.
I don't know how
thing.
much they actually have done though.
That
I definitely
takes
think it's more
more.
than 25%.
Hell yeah, dude. Somebody's not gonna. Companies of that magnitude of that scale are not gonna risk just putting out a product 25% done.
No, but the thing
That's
is,
not
this is
something they
the
can
the
fall
thing
back on.
is they started shooting this year, and since they had to stop, and then they had to continue again, that's the main reason. So like, and
Well, I'm
this
sure
Batman
there's
movie
a
has been
thing.
like pushed back so many times too, because like all the problems they had and trying to find the right thing to put it out. But I'm glad
Right.
they're going forward with it.
That
I'm
looks good. It
excited.
looks good. So I think we're gonna end it here, guys. You got your Suicide Squads, your Batman, and the Schneider Cut, and also as the other games that we talked about. So yeah, man. In the comments, let us know. There's a lot of topics today. In the
Yeah.
comments, let us know.
Airplanes.
One, how do you feel about Travis Scott and his reference tracks that were created by Sci-Hi the Prince? Tell us what are the things that piss you off when you're in a drive-through and you drive off and they forgot to give it to you. They forgot to give you something in the bag. Are you scared of flights? Or what are the things, the do's and don'ts being on an airplane? Or what are the things that you're scared of and you're not scared of? Do you prefer the window seat or the aisle seat? We've been talking about a lot of shit, and I think I'm like forgetting most of it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This has been episode 14. Thank you, Jose, for joining us at the end. At least you made it. We appreciate it. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Peace.